Yeah, I'm back with y'all once again. Y'all already know what time it is. And today we're going to be talking about fear. All right? We're going to be talking about fear in a general sense, like what is fear, period, right? Because most people that's in religion and all that, they say fear God and all this kind of stuff or whatever. But, fear, and it also saying religion, don't fear nothing, don't fear nobody, don't fear anything. You see what I'm saying? Fear is the opposite of faith, right? We all will know this, right? And now we know that there is a lot of fear mongering going on in the atmosphere right now. There's a lot of fear mongering going on in the world. There's a lot of fear mongering going on in the media and everything, right? And so let's look into what fear is, so that you guys can see what I mean. All right. So fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. Okay. So now a lot of people are fearing getting sick and all this type of stuff, and fearing what the future may hold and bring. So that definitely describe this fear in a general sense. Now, to get more specific in what fear is, it's a feeling of anxiety concerning the outcome of something or the safety and well being of someone. Okay? The feeling of anxiety concerning the outcome of something, all right? Or the safety of something, right? So now, next definition, the likelihood of something unwelcome happening. All right, the likelihood of something unwelcome happening. All right, so this is fear mongering now. Let's understand what fear mongering is. For anyone that understand about the law of attraction and things like that, understanding that thoughts are things and that everything is mental and what you think is what you receive, and that everything goes from the heart to the brain, and then the action, the manifestation comes. Everything manifests from the heart. All right. So if you believe it in your heart, you will act it out in your mind, basically, right? So that's how it goes. All right. So now, the archaic meaning of fear is a mixed feeling of dread and reverence. Okay. A mixed feeling of dread and reverence. Okay. So you don't know if you want to be scared of it or you want to revere it, or however they're trying to put it, right? Because they got awe, wonderment, amazement, reverence. All right. So now, understand we're speaking on fear. So now, let's say in the verb form, be afraid of someone or something. It's likely to be dangerous, painful, likely to be dangerous, painful, or threatening. Mhm. Now, it's a feel anxiety or apprehension on behalf of. Then it says avoid or put off something because one is afraid. Say avoid or put off doing something because one is afraid. Okay, to hesitate and stuff like that. Say used to express regret or apology. Okay. Now another archaic definition in the verb sense is that it means regard God with reverence and awe. So there's that word reverence again. Okay, so you're supposed to give reverence to God. So now it seems that you can also give reverence to fear, like something you're scared of. You see what I'm saying? You can be afraid and also give reverence to that, which is giving energy, giving power, giving acknowledgement. You see what I'm saying? So now, is it quite possible that as a collective whole on a massive scale, that the reverence of fear is being projected into the universe, which in return will render the results of fear? You see what I'm saying? Like manifestation of fear, like things to happen to cause fear even more. Okay. If you guys get where I'm going with this. Now, so since we see reverence as an important word, and it says in Old English, it's calamity, danger, frighten, also revere, of a Germanic origin. You see, I already have it highlighted. So boom. So boom. Let's click on fear. Revere. Now, revere is feel deep respect or admiration for something. So now, since we're understanding, we're talking about fear, revering fear. Are we feeling deep respect or giving deep admiration for fear? Hmm. It's always a double-sided coin. All right. So in one way, you can be scared of fear. You think you're pushing it away, but in actuality, when you think about fear all the time, you're actually revering it. You're actually admiring it. So you're willing it in, so to speak. I just thought I'd point that out. Now, it says 17th century, the word revere, right? It's expressing a sense of force. Okay? Plus, to fear. So it's a sense of force being pushed on you when you revere something. Mm-hmm. Yes. So now, let's see what force is. It's gonna get better, y'all. It's gonna get better before. It's gonna get better, a whole lot better, or worse, or worse. All depending on how you look at it. Okay, force is what? Strength or energy. Now, I think energy is being exerted. I think our energy, well, the mass energy is being collectively channeled, so to speak. It's like energy snatching, like vampire, like parasites. You see what I'm saying? Energy vultures. Okay, that's what I think is going on right now. So we know force is dealing with strength and is dealing with energy as an attribute of physical action or movement. So they call it physical action, calls it movement, and movement is energy, ions. You see what I'm saying? Okay, using negative ions. You know what I'm saying? So if all the negative ions get expended, then it has to be replaced with positive ions. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't want to get lean too left and go to. I'm gonna stick with the topic now. Fear, right? Now we're on force. So it's in physics, force means an influence tending to change the motion of a body, or produce motion, or produce motion, or stress in a stationary body. Okay? Now they're telling you to go, whoa, wait a minute. Now they're telling everyone to go in the house and stuff like that. Hey, I want you to stay inside and don't go. We're gonna lock everything down. We're gonna slow down movement, right? Now, if these are doctors, you would imagine that they would know that that's the wrong thing to do. It's cause people to be stationary. See what I'm saying? So now, look at what it said again in physics. In physics, force means, which we know it derives from, what was it? Revere. And revere came from fear. Okay? So it says, an influence tending to change the motion of a body or produce motion or stress. Or produce motion or stress. Okay? In a stationary body. Are we comprehending? Are we comprehending this? It say the magnitude of such an influence is often calculated by multiplying the mass of the body by its acceleration. All right. So now it's used with a number as a measure of wind strength on the Reverence scale. Ain't that something? They're talking about wind strength. They saying, oh, it's airborne and all this kind of stuff. They saying it's a molecule or water vapor, water droplet, which they saying a water molecule, right? They saying it's a water droplet virus. And we know in other videos that it said that in other videos I did or whatever, that 1% of the atmosphere is basically like water or whatever, and 99% is other stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like water vapors or whatever, right? The 1% is like water vapor and something else. And then the rest of it is I forget what it was, right? But check it out though. Let's keep going. It's a it's a coercion or compulsion, especially with the use or threat of violence. All right, coercion or compulsion, especially with the use or threat of violence. All right, mental or moral strength or power. And of course, if y'all look at these synonyms, it's gonna get even deeper. You see what I'm saying? But for the sake of time, I ain't going through all that. All right. So it's a mental or moral strength or power. All right. A person or thing regarded as exerting power or influence, the powerful effect of something. All right. An organized body of military personnel or police. An organized body of military personnel or police, troops, and weaponry. The group of people brought together and organized for a particular activity. So understand that all these elements of force are being imposed right now as we speak. Okay, and we know all these uh, different, all these types of force are in reverence to revere. in reverence to revere. In reference. I'm sorry, in reference to revere. All right. So force is in reference to revere, and revere is in reference to fear. Okay, understand the connection now. So basically, we're still talking about fear at the end of the day. So watch this. It's gonna get better. It says, make way through physical. It say make a way through or into by physical strength, break open by force, drive or push into a specified position or state using physical strength or against resistance, achieve or bring about something by coercion or effort, push or strain something to the utmost. All right, we're gonna push the issue. Artificially hasten the development of maturity of a plant. Make someone do something against their will. Okay, so now let's get to the good stuff. Let's get down to the good stuff. Let me see how I even got to. Okay, so I decided to look at the word physiology, right? Because it said something about physio. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me show y'all how I got to this, if I can, real quick. But I'm still gonna show you regardless. Oh yeah, because it said in physics, right? And it was talking about an influence tending to change the motion of a body, okay, producing the stress and all that, right? So we know we're dealing with the body when we're talking about physics, okay? Now, that's why I went to something said, hey, physiology is dealing with the body. So I said, okay, let me check out physiology, right? And look at what physiology say, man. Y'all gonna be tripping. It say, look, in physiology, right, it's the branch of biology that deals with the normal functions of living organisms and their parts, all right? The branch of biology that deals with normal functions of living organisms and their parts. And they say the way in which a living organism or bodily functions, right? The way in which a living organism or bodily part functions. Now watch this. Now we get down to the origin of it. What does it say? It say in 17th century from Latin, physiologia, perhaps via French. From Greek, physiologia, meaning what? Natural philosophy. Natural philosophy. Now this takes a whole different curve. See, because when I saw that, it makes me think about all the philosophers of the world and all this religion and dogma and doctrine of men and everything else, right? So it made me realize, which I already understand, that in most cases, the scriptures and all these religions and stuff like that is talking about you, the makeup of the human being, the human anatomy, right? When we go into the ancient Egyptian understandings and all this type of stuff and Kemet and all that stuff, we know it's dealing with the body, the anatomy. Everything is about the birth. Then we go into ovum and all that, and we see the references, you know what I'm saying, the cross references of terminology and all this stuff. So I am thoroughly convinced that it's all about the anatomy of the body. So now, how do we end up from fear to the anatomy of the body, basically? Isn't that crazy? So the main key I wanted to point out with this aspect of what I'm speaking on is that physiology is natural philosophy. Physiology, right? The branch of biology that deals with the normal functions of living organisms and their parts is called natural philosophy. So, if we have something natural, that means we also have something that's not natural, that's unnatural, that's artificial, okay? That's pretense. So, all this philosophy that we're talking about when we're using all these mythologies and, things like that, is based on natural philosophy. Okay? Are we getting this? Are we getting this? So now, let's define philosophy, because I didn't go this far. Okay, let's do it. I should have made this bigger too. Let me go back. I need to make this stuff bigger so y'all can read this for yourself. All right. I want y'all to be able to read this for yourself. Y'all see what they say right quick? The branch of philosophy that deals with the normal functions of living organisms and all that, right? And then when I scroll down where they say natural philosophy. Natural philosophy. No cap. All right, I don't want you to have to strain your eyes to see it. And then we going right back to what we got from the beginning, because I forgot to make it big for y'all. So let y'all see how we follow this down. So we defined the word fear, right? Went down to the origin of fear. We see fear is revere. All right, went down to the origin of revere. And we say revere, and we see revere is force. All right, then we went down, went to force. Went down to the origin of force. Let's see. Well, no, I didn't. Dang, how I got to with this part. When I got to force, this is what I did. I took this curve right here. I went to physics, right? Because physics gave me a more comprehensive understanding to what I think is going on in relation to what I'm speaking on, right? When it comes to like the body and health and all that kind of stuff. It was talking about the body, about the motion of the body, and about the motion and stress. You know what I'm saying? And I know stress breaks the body down. You see what I'm saying? It breaks down your human biofield. Stress does. So that's what made me. And then, like I said, the little bird dropped the message in my ear and said, hey, physics is dealing with the body too. You know what I'm saying? Well, I know it's dealing with the body, but it's dealing with physiology. And so I was like, okay, let me check out physiology. And so that's why I clicked on physiology. You know what I'm saying? And then physiology told me that it's natural philosophy. So now it brings us to philosophy. And then when I thought about philosophy, I thought about philosophers, and I thought about the religion and all the other stuff like I just got finished explaining. So I'm just trying to bring y'all up to where I'm at, and to it so that y'all can see what this so that y'all can see with your own eyes without having to strain. All right, so let's check out philosophy right quick, see what that means. And I'm about to get ready to get up out of here in a minute, y'all. I definitely appreciate y'all once again for tuning in for sure. All right, so philosophy is the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, right? The study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially when considered as an academic principle, a particular system of philosophical thought, the study of the theoretical basis of a particular branch of knowledge or experience. All right, so thinking, reason, wisdom, knowledge, all that. So now let's see what the origin of it is, see what they give us. Okay, so philosophy is the love of wisdom. All right, so philosophy means the love of wisdom. So does that mean love of self? Because the nature of philosophy is your physiology. All right, so it say love your neighbor as yourself. So love is the key, as always, and that is what gives you your high vibration. You know what I'm saying? If you love yourself, you will love others just off rip. You know what I mean? Because inner love can't show hate on the outside. You see what I'm saying? If you love yourself, period. You know what I mean? Even when a person defends themselves means that they love themselves. It's like you trying to hurt me. I love myself too much to let you hurt myself. You feel me? All right. But yeah, I just wanted to just tap into that right quick. I wanted to tap into fear, and that what this fear mongering is all about and how that's affecting us. And what's being done is that people is worshiping fear. You see what I'm saying? Revering fear. You understand? And which in correspondence affects your body and breaks your body down. You see what I'm saying? Through stress and stuff like that. That's what it does. And then you got a second jewel for you to understand where all this philosophy and stuff comes from. That is based on the basic on the principles of nature. All right, philosophy is based on the natural philosophy. You know what I mean? It's based on your physiology. All right, natural philosophy is based on your physiology. You see what I'm saying? And physiology is based on the functions of your body, right? The branch of biology, which biology is the body too, that deals with the normal functions of living organisms and their parts. All right. So for the ones who don't know what biology means, let's go ahead and click on that right quick, so you can see for yourself what it is. You know, just university crash course, man. For real, for real. They supposed to teach all the people go to school for years and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn this kind of information and still don't get it because people don't break it down in a comprehensive way. All right, so biology is what? The study of living organisms divided into many specialized fields that cover their morphology, physiology, anatomy, behavior, origin, and distribution. The plants and animals of a particular area, the physiology, behavior, or other qualities of a particular organism or class of organisms. Okay, the origin is what? All right, so the origin means what? Lifeology or lifeology. Okay, so it's Greek bios, meaning life plus logy. All right, so it's dealing with the study of life. The study of life. All right, so y'all see where we're going with this? Say the branch of the study of life, right? That deals with the normal functions of living organisms. Okay? And we are all living organisms. And this is the natural philosophy. Okay? And philosophy is dealing with the nature of things. So when people say, hey, I'm a philosopher, what are we talking about? This doctrine and rhetoric? You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that? Or are we talking about the nature of things in life and how it actually goes? So when you hear these philosophers painting their pretty pictures, their poems, and their witty sayings, is based on life. You understand? You gotta follow this stuff, y'all. We gotta get it and stop worshiping and revering. Okay? So yeah, it's been another one, man. I hope y'all gained something out of this. And I'll holler at y'all on the next one. I'm gone. Peace.